Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We have another week of swim meets for Westford Academy versus Lincoln Sudbury. We're just getting ready to get started, but unfortunately, as many of you have noticed, the Wi-Fi again is having some trouble. We've tried a couple of different hotspots, but unfortunately the pool Wi-Fi is still stronger than our hotspot Wi-Fi. So we're asking that if you are watching the live stream from your car at Atkinson, if you could please take your Wi-Fi off in your car and just use your data to watch. Unfortunately, it just isn't strong enough to stream without with everybody on it. So we're going to try our best. The video might be choppy again, and if we can't get a solution this time, then we'll try something new next time. But hopefully it'll be a little bit better once everybody turns their Wi-Fi off. All right now in lane 2, off for the medley relay, we have Oliver York, Nate Bott, Owen Walpole, and Davis Haynes. In lane 4, we have Vincent Zhu, Andrew DeBazio, Will Estevez, and Sam Granger. And in lane 6, we have Tommy McKenna, Fletcher Zhang, Aiden Curtin, and Zach Roulette. In the pool now, finishing up their backstroke leg, is Oliver York, Vincent Zhu, and Tommy McKenna. In dives Nate Bott in lane 2, Andrew DeBazio in lane 4, and Fletcher Zhang in lane 6. Just a reminder that that in the 200 medley relay we have back, breast, fly, free in that order. And our cuts for this event are 152.53 for the sectionals and a 148.99 for states. Closest to us, you'll see lane 8, and furthest from us is lane 1. So right now the swimmers in the pool in lane 2 are furthest from us, and lane 6 is closest to us. Right in the pool right now, we have Owen Walpole over in lane 2, Will Estevez going to Sam Granger, and Aiden Curtin turning over to Zach Roulette. A strong medley relay out in front. All right, and in for a really strong finish is Sam Granger, our senior captain. Right behind him is Zach Roulette with a strong last 50 freestyle, and over in lane 2, Davis coming in for his last 50. Nice job, boys. All right, up next we will have the 200 freestyle. In lane 1 will be Dan Otteson. In lane 2, Kyle Fan. In lane 3, Brian Hall. Brian's best time this season is at 155.62, so he's aiming to beat that. In lane 4, Ryan Pillion, whose best time this season is a 152.75. In lane 5 will be Quinn Schwab. Lane 6, Matt Song. Lane 7, Trevor King. And lane 8, Dhruvan Prakash. Dan Otteson has also swam this event this season with a 2:12.87. Thank you again to everybody who's just joining us now. We are asking if you're watching the meet from your car here at the Atkinson pool, please just turn off your Wi-Fi. Unfortunately, we think that having so many people on the Wi-Fi is affecting the speed. So hopefully if everybody can turn theirs off, we will have a better live stream for you. All right, here comes our 200 freestyle. All right, again in lane 1, we have Dan Otteson. In lane 2, Kyle Fan. Lane 3, Brian Hall. Lane 4, Ryan Pillion. Lane 5, Quinn Schwab. Lane 6, Matt Song. Lane 7, Trevor King. And lane 8, Dhruvan Prakash. All right, right now we have Quinn Schwab out in front. Not far behind him is senior captain Ryan Pillion and another senior captain, Matt Song. Brian Hall keeping up with the lead of the pack in lane 3. The sectionals cut for this event is a 156.99 with the state cut at a 153.89. And just a reminder, unfortunately, we will not be having our state events this year, the state tournament meets or sectional tournament meet due to COVID, but we will still strive to make those qualifying times as it's a great motivator for the swimmers. All right, Quinn holding on to his lead out in front as he goes into the 100. Ryan Pillion and Brian Hall and Matt Song all very close behind and close together. Quinn pulling ahead with about a body length lead. Just everybody else going into their last or their turn going into the 150. I'm sorry, into the last 25 of the 200. And a strong swim from Brian Hall, Ryan Pillion, Matt Song, Trevor close to us in lane 7. Drew Vaughn closest to us in lane 8. And Daniel finishing up over in lane 1. Nice swim, boys. All right, I have the times for you for the 200 medley relay. In lane 4, a time of 1:46.38. In lane 6, a time of 1:49.87. And in lane 2, a time of 1:57.81. And the lane 4 time will make the state cut, the qualifying cut for states. So way to go, lane 4. All right, next up we have the 200 IM. In lane 1 will be Nate Gales. In lane 2, we'll have Brendan Flaherty. In lane 3, Fletcher Zhang. In lane 4, Tommy McKenna. In lane 5, Sam Granger. In lane 6, Will Estevez. Lane 7, Nate Bott. In lane 8, Suyash Moore. None of these swimmers have swam this event yet this season, so we'll have best times from every swimmer for the season in this event. All right, the sectionals qualifying time for this event is a 2:12.47. The state qualifying time is a 2:08.13. Out in front, we have senior captain Sam Granger with Will Estevez very close. Will is a great butterflyer, so no surprise that he's out in front with that butterfly. We'll see if he can stay close to Sam for that lead. Will is a freshman this year and has already shown his value to the team with some great events last weekend and continuing to swim well. Looks like Sam has pulled ahead a bit in his backstroke, going into breaststroke next. We have Tommy McKenna over in lane 4, going into his breaststroke. In lane 2, Brendan Flaherty going into his breaststroke as well. Fletcher Zhang over in lane 3, catching up to Tommy McKenna as a strong breaststroker. Sam is holding on to about a body length and a half lead as he goes into his 50 freestyle. Will Estevez not far behind heading into his 50 freestyle, with Tommy McKenna and Fletcher Zhang battling it out to see who will get into that second or third spot. They're both close. Just a reminder that our pool is filled with Westford swimmers today because it is a virtual meet. There's Sam's finish right about a 2:08.0, so we're hoping for a state cut in that event. Strong finishes from Will and Tommy and Fletcher. Just a reminder that the pool is filled with Westford swimmers right now because this is a virtual meet, but we have predetermined 3 swimmers in each event to be the official swimmers, which means they'll be the ones to score points for each heat. So just a reminder that not all swimmers in every heat score points, but all of their times do count. So it's a great chance for us to swim against our own competition, our own teammates, and also get a lot more times than we normally would during our meets. All right, I have the official results for the 200 freestyle. In lane 5, we had a time of 1:52.68 from Quinn Schwab. In lane 4, we had a time of 1:56.66 from Ryan Pillion. In lane 6, we had a time of 1:58.28 from Matt Song. In lane 3, we had a time of 1:57.12 from Brian Hall. In lane 7, we had a time of 2:02.59 from Trevor King. In lane 2, we had a time of 2:07.25 from Kyle Fan. In lane 1, we have a time of 2:15.16 from Dan Otteson. And in lane 8, we had a time of 2:23.03 for Dhruvan Prakash. Strong swims from all of those boys. Last meet was a meet where we wore some fast suits to try to get some strong times against a tough team of competition. So it makes sense that these might not be faster times than last week, but still strong swims from those boys. All right, next up, we are going into the last event before the break, which is the 50 freestyle. In lane 1, furthest from us, we have Adam Wedlake. In lane 2, we have Doug Caggiano. In lane 3, we have Chris Fallman, whose best time this season is a 25.75 in this event. In lane 4, we have Zach Roulette, whose best time this season is a 23.84. In lane 5, we have Andrew DeBazio with a 23.75. In lane 6, we have Aiden Curtin with a time of 23.94 as his best time this season. In lane 7, we have Vincent Zhu with a time and he hasn't swam that this season. And in lane 8, we'll have Rishi Kasarla swimming for the first time this season, the 50 free. Looks like we have a really close race right now with Aiden Curtin finishing first, Andrew DeBazio close behind, and Chris and Zach Goulette very close into that finish, so we'll see what their official times were in just a few minutes. We have our 10-minute warm-up break now, and we will be back with you soon. All right, we have the official times for the 200-yard IM. In lane 5, we had Sam Granger with a time of 2:08:35, just missing that state cut, but we're sure he'll get that by the end of the season. In lane 6, we had Will Estevez with a time of 2:15:81, getting close to that sectional cut. In lane 4, we had sorry, everybody. That was a really close race, and it looks like Tommy McKenna had actually gotten a 2:15:81, and Will Estevez got the 2:15:78. So nice job for those boys. In lane 3, we had Fletcher Zane with a time of 2:17:28. In lane 7, we had Nate Bott with a time of 2:24:81. In lane 2, we had Brendan Flaherty with a time of 2:38:34. In lane 1 was Nate Gales with a time of 2:53:59. And in lane 8 was Zuyash Moore with a time of 2:58:52. Great job, swimmers. And in just a minute, we'll have those 50 freestyle times for you as well. All right, everybody, we are back. I want to apologize again for the video speed. We think that for our next meet, we are going to plan to record the meet with commentary, with updates for you. Just release it a little bit, like right after the meet finishes, just because our streaming quality isn't strong and we do want you to see these great swims. But for the rest of our meet today, I'll be with you and we'll be live streaming. But just wanted to give everybody that update for next time because unfortunately our Wi-Fi just isn't strong enough for the streaming at this pool. But I'll give you an update on our 50 freestyle times. In lane 6, we had Aiden Curtin with a time of 23.9. In lane 5, we had Andrew DeBazia with a time of 24.19. In lane 4, we had Zach Ouellette with a time of 24.62. And he barely touched out Chris Fallman in lane 3, who had a great time of 24.75, his best this season, beating last meet's time by by exactly a second. In lane 2, we had Doug Caggiano with a time of 26.28. In lane 1, we had Adam Wedlake with a time of 29.16. And in lane 8, we had Rishi Kasarla with a time of 31.08. Next up, we have our 100 butterflyers. In lane 3, we will have Owen Walpole. He'll be farthest from us. And in lane 4, we'll have Brian Hall. Lane 5, we'll have Matt Song, whose best time this season is a time of 55.75. In lane 6, we'll have Chris Fallman. And in lane 7, we'll have Ansh Desai. All right, the sectionals qualifying time for the 100 butterfly is a 58.61. And the state qualifying time for the 100 butterfly is a 56.63. In our center lane, lane 5, we have Matt Song off to a strong start with Brian Hall not far behind, turning just about half a second apart, going into their second 50. In third, we have Chris Fallman closer to us in lane 6. And not far behind Chris is Owen Walpole over in lane 3. And Ansh Desai closest to us in lane 7. And here comes Matt Song with his finish. We'll get that official time for you soon. Not behind him was Brian Hall. And in comes Chris Fallman and Owen Walpole with a strong finish from Owen. Ansh Desai is swimming in on his last 25 of the event, the 100 fly, one of the most challenging sprint events. And everybody's first time swimming that this season except for Matt Song. And a strong finish from Ansh. Nice job, boys. All right, everybody, up next we have the 100 freestyle. In lane 1, furthest from us is Nate Gales. In lane 2 is Doug Caggiano. In lane 3 is Oliver York. In lane 4 is Zach Ouellette, whose best time this season in this event is a 52:41. In lane 5, Aiden Curtin, whose best time this season is a 52:16. In lane 6, Will Estevez. In lane 7, Davis Haynes, whose best time this season is a 1:00:06. And in lane 8, closest to us, is Adam Wedlake. The sectionals qualifying time in this event is a 52:25, and the state qualifying time is a 51:13. Challenging cuts for this event, but we'll see if some of these boys can do it this season. All right, out in front we have Aiden Curtin, who's swimming well today. Placed first in the 50 freestyle for Westford. Again, this is a virtual meet, so we'll be waiting till tomorrow night after our divers dive for the boys to get our official results from Lincoln Sudbury to see who the winner of this meet will be. And here comes Aiden in for a strong finish, out in the lead by far. Followed behind him is Zach Ouellette, Will Estevez, and Oliver York with a close third. We'll see who took that one. Strong swim from Doug, who Coach Caitlin says went a 58. We'll check that official time, but a great swim. And great swims from freshman Nate Gales, Adam Wedlake, and Davis Haynes. All right, I have the official results for the 100 butterfly for everybody. In lane 5, in the 100 fly, we had Matt Song with a time of 57:06. In lane 4, we had Brian Hall with a time of 59:12. In lane 6, we had Chris Fallman with a time of 1:07:78. In lane 3, we had Owen Walpole with a time of 1:10:50. And in lane 7, we had Ansh Desai with a time of 1:34:10. Great swims, boys. Next up, we are going into our longest event of the high school swim meet. We have the 500 freestyle. In lane 2, we have Daniel Otteson, who's working to beat his time of 6:00:07, trying to get under that 6-minute mark. In lane 3, we have Kyle Fan. In lane 4, we have senior captain Ryan Pillion, who had a great swim of 5:08:47 in this event. We'll see if he'll beat that this week. In lane 5, we have another senior captain, Sam Granger. In lane 6, we have Tommy McKenna. In lane 7, we have Trevor King, whose best time in this event is a 5:32:09. And in lane 8, we have Dhruvan Prakash. The sectionals qualifying time in the 500 freestyle is a 5:23:10, and the state qualifying time is a 5:13:27. All right, we're off to our start in the 500 freestyle. senior captain Sam Granger is out in front in this event with the other senior captain, Ryan Pillion, not far behind. Tommy McKenna keeping up with both of them. Kyle Fan and Trevor King also keeping up with the leaders of this event. At the 100 mark, Sam Granger still out with a strong first, a strong lead, with Tommy McKenna and Ryan Pillion not far behind. Trevor King closest to us, or closer to us in lane 7, is looking strong. Dan Otteson and Kyle Fan are furthest from us in lanes 2 and 3. Also looking strong as they go into their 150. Here comes Sam, just did his 200. Ryan turning at the 200 mark, as well as Tommy McKenna. Trevor King staying up with Tommy McKenna very closely. We'll see if this is a best time for Trevor. Sam Granger pulling ahead for a strong lead. He's about half the pool ahead of the rest of the competition. But Ryan Pillion's fighting his way back out in front of Tommy McKenna. Going into the second half of this event. All right, here comes Sam with Ryan Pillion gaining some yardage on him. Coming up a little closer. He still has a strong lead, but Ryan Pillion is definitely picking up the pace. Sam going into his last 75 of the race, with Ryan gaining behind him. Tommy McKenna not too far behind Ryan. All right, that beeping signifies that it's Sam's last 50 of his race. He'll pick up the pace a bit. Ryan going into his last 50 really strong. Same with Tommy McKenna as they pick up their kick. Trevor King looking very strong as well as he goes into his last 50 of the event. Great finishes from Sam and Ryan. We'll get you those official times soon. Tommy with a strong finish. And Trevor with a strong swim as well. Over in lanes 3 and 2, we have a race for the finish. And it looks like Kyle will take the win over Daniel. And here comes Druven into his last 50. He has 150 left of this event. Druven's first time swimming this event this season, so no matter what, it'll be a season best for him. And a strong race from Druven, just finishing his 500. Nice job. All right, I have the official results for the 100 freestyle. In lane 5, we had Aiden Curtin with a 52.22. Very close to his best this season. In lane 4, we had Zach Ouellette with a 53.91. In lane 6, we had Will Estevez with a 54.46. In lane 3, we had Oliver York with a 54.59. In lane 2, we had Doug Caggiano with a 57.56. In lane 7, we had Davis Haynes getting under that minute mark with a 59.50. Way to go. Way to go, Davis. In lane 8, we had Adam Wedlake with a 104.68. And in lane 1, we had Nate Gales with a 107.13. Great swims from our 100 freestylers. All right, everybody, we are just taking a quick warm-up after the 500 freestyle, and soon we'll be back for the 200 freestyle relay. For the 200 freestyle relay, we will have in lane 2, Nate Bott, Doug Caggiano, Trevor King, and Kyle Fan. In lane 4, we'll have Andrew DeBazio, Aiden Curtin, Ryan Pillion, and Zach Ouellette. In lane 6, we'll have Chris Ballman, Fletcher Zhang, Brian Hall, and Matt Song. And in lane 8, we'll have Ansh Desai, Rishi Kasarla, Suyash Moore, and Brendan Flaherty. All right, everybody, we're coming back for the 200 free relay. About to dive in lane 2, we have Nate Bott. In lane 4 will be Andrew DeBazio. In lane 6, we'll have Chris Fallman. And in lane 8, Ansh Desai. We have pretty even from both Andrew DeBazio and Chris Fallman in their first 50. In goes Aiden Curtin and Fletcher Zhang in the center lanes, and Doug Caggiano and Rishi Kasarla in our outside lanes. Lane 2 is furthest from us in this event, and lane 8 is closest to us in this event. All right, diving in lane 4 is senior captain Ryan Pillion, and in lane 6 is sophomore Brian Hall. Diving in over in lane 2 was Trevor King, and closest to us, Suyash Moore. All right, here goes the transition from Ryan Pillion to Zach Ouellette, and from Brian Hall to Matt Song. Pretty close race from both our lane 4 and lane 6 relays. Diving in over in lane 2 is our anchor Kyle Fan, and closest to us about to dive in is Brendan Flaherty. A strong finish from Matt Song, our senior captain, and Zach Ouellette. Strong finish over in lane 2 from Kyle Fan, and finishing up closest to us in lane 8, but Brendan Flaherty. Our sectionals cut for this event is a 139.03, and our state cut is a 136.86. Great job, boys. We'll get those official times soon. All right, coming up we have the 100-yard backstroke. In lane 3 is Owen Walpole. In lane 4 is Vincent Zhu. Vincent's best time this season in this event is a 59.81. In lane 5 we'll have Quinn Schwab. Quinn's best time this season is a 54.41. In lane 6 we'll have Oliver York, whose best time this season is a 59.85. And in lane 7 we'll have Davis Haynes. The sectionals qualifying time in this event is a 59.97, with the state's qualifying time is a 58.74. All right, we had a strong underwater from Quinn Schwab, pulling him ahead. Close behind him is Vincent Zhu in lane 4 and Oliver York in lane 6. In the 100 backstroke, it's super important to have that strong underwater kick. And Quinn definitely has that, and so do the boys that are close behind him. Furthest from us is Owen Walpole over in lane 3. Owen trying some new events today and did a great job in his 100 fly and now his 100 backstroke. And Davis Haynes also trying this event for the first time this season and closest to us in lane 7. Here comes Quinn Schwab in for his finish. Strong finishes from Quinn, Vincent, and Oliver. Nice swims. Quinn has the 4th fastest time in Westford's history with a 54.76 last season, so he's already topped that with a 54.4, which still keeps him close by at number 4 in Westford's history for the fastest backstroke. We'll see his official time was today. All right, I have our results from the 200 freestyle relays. In lane 4, we had a time of 1:35.93, making the state qualifying time. In lane 6, we had a time of 1:38.32, which qualifies for our sectionals cut. In lane 2, we had a time of 1:46.78. And in lane 8, we had a time of 2:00.47. Great swims in the 200 freestyle relay. We'll get those 100 backstroke times to you soon. All right, coming up next is the 100 breaststroke. In lane 2, furthest from us is Brendan Flaherty. In lane 3 is Rishi Kasarla with a season best of 1:26.57. We'll see if he'll beat that one today. In lane 4, we have Nate Bott with a season best of 1:06.47. In lane 5, we have Andrew DeBazio with a season best of 1:06.40. In lane 6, we have Fletcher Zhang with a season best of 1:07.71. In lane 7, we have Suyash Moore with a season best of 1:28.88. And in lane 8, we have Ansh Desai, it is his first time swimming this season. The sectionals qualifying time for this event is a 1:07.1, and the state qualifying time in this event is a 1:04.89. So we will see. Hopefully we can get some qualifying times in this event. We've already had some sectionals qualifying times, and we're hoping for some state ones as well. All right, out in front is Andrew DeBazio with Nate Bott and Fletcher Zhang not far behind. Looks like Nate and Fletcher are trying to pull ahead for that lead. We'll see if Andrew can hold on to it. Furthest from us is Brendan Flaherty, showing a nice strong pull and kick in this stroke with Rishi Kasarla next to him looking strong. Closer to us, we have Suyash Moore in lane 7 and Ansh Desai in lane 8. Nate Bott and Fletcher Zhang are pulling ahead in this event. We'll see who comes out on top. It's looking like a very close race, but I believe that Nate touched first. We'll get those official results soon. Strong swims from Andrew and Fletcher as well. We'll get those times to you soon. Here comes Brendan Flaherty with his finish. Rishi Kasarla and Suyash, and close to finish is Ansh Desai. Great swims from all of our breaststrokers. All right, and soon we'll be going into our 400 freestyle relay. In lane 2 will be Kyle Fan, Trevor King, Vincent Zhu, and Oliver York. In lane 4 will be Sam Granger, Matt Song, Ryan Pillion, and Quinn Schwab. In lane 6 will be Tommy McKenna, Brian Hall, Will Estevez, and Chris Fallman. And in lane 8 will be Dhruvan Prakash, Nate Gales, Adam Woodlake, and Dan Otteson. All right, I have the official times for our 100-yard backstroke. In lane 5 was Quinn Schwab with a 57.47. In lane 4 was Vincent Zhu with a 1:00:50. In lane 6 was Oliver York with a 1:01:46. In lane 7 was Davis Haynes with a 1:09:75. And in lane 3 was Owen Walpole with a 1:13:94. Nice job, backstrokers. All right, up next we have the 400 freestyle relay. Our boys are just getting set up. The sectionals qualifying time for this relay is a